I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's a double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with a bit of an interesting list. Usually we do like a tier list or a ranked list in this time slot, Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I decided to go a little different direction. So obviously Pokemon Unite's been out now for, probably about a month or so. I've been having a blast playing it. I know a lot of other people have been having a blast playing it. And so I thought I'd make kind of like a little list of 10 Pokemon I'd like to see in Pokemon Unite. This isn't necessarily in the particular order. I just kind of picked some Pokemon I think would be kind of interesting. I try to add a little bit of variety here as well. And these aren't necessarily my most anticipated Pokemon. Some of them probably are, because I wanted to include some. But, it's not like my favorite Pokemon. Like, my favorite Pokemon's Glaceon, right? Not on this list, right? I try to stray away from that necessarily, because plus I think Glaceon would probably play very similar to Alolan Ninetales. Though I'd like to see Glaceon in this game at some point. And I think at some point we probably will run into a situation where a lot of Pokemon are going to play very similar to other Pokemon. Then it's going to be a whole like stats thing. What Pokemon are better than what Pokemon. I don't know what's going to happen there. But I decided to pick 10, I think, kind of unique-ish. That's technically 11. But, we'll start off with that. So, the reason why there's 11 is because there's one on here that I wanted to kind of include together. This is kind of something I could see happening. But also I think would be a great marketing idea for Pokemon and for Pokemon Unite. I don't know if there's a good communication between, Game Freak and Pokemon Unite and that company. I have no idea, right? But this is just my brain thinking, when there's a new Pokemon game coming out, when you want to do some like sort of cross promotion, that's kind of what I was thinking. So, this is the first and only like duo. This is 2 Pokemon, so technically this is 11, but they're paired together though. Is Dialga and Palkia. So obviously, Diamond and Pearl remakes are coming out later this year, and I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be a great idea to kind of celebrate that? Maybe even have like a celebration in Pokemon Unite, where maybe they release some cool skins for Pokemon, some events. It'd be a great idea to kind of like have like celebrations around stuff like this. Well, they get a couple Pokemon games a year, so you would think it would be a really good idea. To be fair though, there are going to be 2 games coming out pretty close to each other that are kind of surrounding the Sinnoh type of situation. But they can make an event stretch from the Diamond and Pearl remakes all the way to the Legends Arceus game. I mean, they really could and kind of capitalize on that. But I think what they could do here is they release Dialga Palkia, right? For anybody who like purchases the game, Diamond and Pearl, they can maybe get a code to get these Pokemon for free in Pokemon Unite, and then maybe on Pokemon Unite's end, in an event you do something, you get something in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I don't know what that would be, whether it be a special Pokemon, whether it be like Pokeballs and potions or something. But I think that'd be kind of a good idea to do some sort of cross promotion. And I think Dialga Palkia could be interesting Pokemon in the game as well. Obviously the bigger Pokemon, probably both going to be kind of tanky. Could just even be considered tanks as well. I think you could do some interesting stuff with them. I think it'd be a lot of fun to play with Dialga and Palkia. And like I said, you do some sort of event around the Diamond and Pearl games coming out. It's a win-win. It just increases the hype between Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I think it'd be a really good idea. Next, and like I said, this is no particular order, so I'm going to try to kind of break up some of these that might be kind of similar. Let's go with another one. So this one is kind of interesting to me. There's only one bug Pokemon in Pokemon Unite, which kind of bugs me. Get it? So I thought, I got to include at least one bug Pokemon in this list, and I couldn't think of any better one than this one right here, and that of course is Scizor. Now I will say I think it's important because I personally really like it when you have the pre-evolution of the Pokemon and you start off as that, right? So in this case we start off as Scyther. I really like that idea, and I think it'd be really cool to have Scyther and then obviously evolve into Scizor at some point. I think Scizor, you can kind of make him into like an assassin, give him some sort of dash, maybe you do increased damage if you're behind the Pokemon. Like really make him a really powerful, bursty Pokemon. That's what I would do with him. Maybe even make him similar to like maybe like I want to say like a Cassidon in League of Legends. Although you don't necessarily have to have like a, because he shoots like a ball. You don't necessarily have to have a range attack like that with Scizor. But you teleport behind the other Pokemon, and you can do Fury Cut or X's or whatever. Maybe X's are like Crustle, so you can push them. You can teleport behind them, push them back towards your team. It could be kind of cool. Scizor is one of my favorite Pokemon, admittedly, but I think it'd be pretty cool. And then obviously, like, it's easy. If you want to make a skin for Scizor, hey, maybe for Christmas. Let's say he comes out by Christmas, right? By the way, I should say, as of this recording, they just announced Mamoswine and Sylveon, so obviously they're not on my list. But we'll talk a little bit about that once I get to another Pokemon. And we'll do that Pokemon next, why not? But Scizor, like, maybe Christmas comes around. Maybe do like a candy cane type of skin for Scizor. Just change his color to like a candy cane. Be pretty easy. You can put a Santa hat on him. There's so much you can do with him if you want to do a Christmas skin. Let's release some shiny Pokemon skins. What they could do, and I think this would be a really cool idea. If they ever add like a mastery system to the game, where you earn like a level for each Pokemon that you play as, and once you reach a certain level, you get rewards. Maybe you get stickers for your trainer card. But maybe like the last one would be like the shiny version of that Pokemon. So in this case, Scizor would be like gold. I think that'd be a good idea, and it also give people a reason to really play the game, some more progression to keep them invested. I think that'd be a cool idea. Feel free to take that if you want, Pokemon. Alright, so next, like I said, I wanted to talk about this one. So I was thinking, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same idea. I mean, I'm not breaking ground here. Eevee, right? What if you had the choice to evolve into a different Pokemon with Eevee? Now, obviously, Sylveon's out there, so that may not be the case. But I think what I would love to see, and this is why I didn't decide not to go with Eevee, is what if every evolution starts off as Eevee, and eventually they do put every evolution in the game? The very beginning of the game, you could see 5 Eevees on one team running around. I think that'd be kind of fun. So instead of Eevee, I'm going to go off that same idea a little bit, but this time with a Pokemon known as Tyrogue. So obviously, if you know, Tyrogue can evolve into 3 different Pokemon: Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. Obviously, in the main games, they evolve based on what his stats are, and when he gets to level 20. So they could go a bunch of different ways here. Honestly, they could just have you, once you get to the point where you evolve. Now, this doesn't exist in the game, but they can add it to the game. I guess that's something they couldn't do. You can choose your evolution. That way, based on like team comp or the opposing team, you have a chance to kind of counter certain things. Maybe, one of them will be more defensive, more offensive, one more balanced. That's something they can kind of do. Or another idea would be maybe it evolves based on your items that you have on him, right? If you have more defensive items, he evolves into one. If he has more offensive items, he evolves in the other. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think the higher the defense, he turns into Hitmonchan. Higher the attack, he turns into Hitmonlee. And then if it's balanced, it's Hitmontop. I could be completely wrong on that. My memory isn't that great. I'm not a Pokemon expert. I know a lot about Pokemon, but I'm not like, someone who knows everything. I don't know if anyone does know everything about Pokemon at this point. There's almost 1,000 Pokemon, man. It's insane. But I think it'd be kind of a cool idea based on your item choices. Maybe if you have more tanky items, boom, you turn into Hitmonchan. More offensive items, boom, Hitmonlee. Or if you have like a balanced set of items, it's Hitmontop. So that could be kind of cool as well. But I think you could do something unique here with Tyrogue, and I think that'd be really cool. Next, let's go with a tanky one. So I have a couple tanks on here. We'll go with another tank here. By the way, I realized that we'll do this. This is 10 and 9. This will be number 8. Number 7 here is going to be Metagross. So again, Metagross is one of my favorite Pokemon again, but I do think I want to have a little bit of variety in Pokemon, as I'm sure most people do. And we do have a few tanks, but I'd like to see some more. And I think Metagross would be a good one. I do have one more tank on this list. Potentially 2 more tanks. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But Metagross, pretty simple. I think it'd be kind of cool if maybe he has a mechanic that pops you up, maybe one that pushes you back. So I'm thinking maybe like Earthquake can do like an AOE pop up. Meteor Mash could push you back. Maybe you can tap into the Psychic element of him as well, because he's a Steel Psychic type. Maybe you can pull someone to you, push someone away with psychic abilities. I think you give him some CC, you make a bit tanky. Maybe an active move where you can increase your defense for a period of time. Could be kind of cool. I like Metagross, and I think it'd be kind of cool to have him as a Pokemon. Although it might be kind of weird him starting off as Beldum, but you can just have him float around. Who cares, right? It's a game. Same with Meeting. They levitate around. It's not a big deal. I don't think anyone's really gonna think anything weird about that. Let's talk about another Pokemon I think is pretty. Let's do a legendary. Let's do a legendary here. We have 2 more legendaries left. I didn't want to go too heavy on the legendaries, so I kind of limited myself. But let's go with one that I think could be very unique and it'd be similar to Tyrogue as well, potentially, and that is Deoxys. Now, obviously, Deoxys has 3 forms: his speed form, his special attack, and his defense. I think it's called special. It might just be called attack, but maybe he's building special attacks. So that's one thing. It's special attack. Doesn't matter. He has his offensive form, his defensive form, and his speed form, right? Same situation. Maybe when he gets to like level 7, you can choose which form you want, or based on your items you have. If you have like the float stone, you'd be the speed one. If you have, I don't know, the assault vest, you turn into the defensive one. Or if you have one of the offensive items like the specs or something, he would turn into the attack one, right? Or what would be kind of cool, when you use an attack, he transforms visually into that form, and it's part of his attack animation. So, for example, if he has a defensive ability where he reduces damage taken by 50% or something, right? Transforms into the defensive Deoxys as his animation. One where you increase his speed, kind of like a dash attack, but just literally just increase his speed. Boom, he turns into the speed form, and he's super quick. That's something you can do. So there's a lot of options there with Deoxys. I think he can be very unique in what you do with him. Obviously, he's a psychic type Pokemon, so he could do maybe a lot of CC or just a bunch of burst damage. There's a lot you could do there. I think he'd be pretty cool. So this one is one that I think you could kind of combine like 2 existing Pokemon in the game, and that is like maybe if you combine like Machamp and Talonflame, you can get Hawlucha. I think Hawlucha would be a very cool Pokemon. You can make him faster than Machamp. You can have him like do the attack where Talonflame flies up. I think it might just be flies up, and then you can flop down on the other Pokemon. Maybe you can do that, and maybe it pops them up or stuns them or something. I think that'd be really cool. I think Talonflame is a very, very cool and very unique Pokemon in the Pokemon world. So I'd love to see some representation for Hawlucha. And again, Hawlucha is one of those Pokemon you could do a lot with skins. It's a very colorful Pokemon. I think it'd be pretty cool. But that's just me personally. Let's go with another unique one. I wanted to go with at least 1 support Pokemon here. And technically I possibly have 2 on this list. But this one, I was thinking about another healer. Because right now we only have 2 healers. We have Blissey, and then we have Eldegoss. So I was thinking, okay, let's get another healer, but let's do something a little bit different. Because originally I was like, well, Audino would make perfect sense, right? But is it too similar to Blissey right now? I mean, maybe with some more spice, something a little bit different. So I was kind of looking at some Pokemon that can learn Healing Pulse. And I came across this Pokemon I think would be pretty cool. So I have right here Galarian Rapidash, Psychic Fairy type Pokemon. I mean, kind of again maybe mixed together like Blissey and Slowbro, right? Give it some CC. Maybe it could do the attack where basically picks a Pokemon up with its mind and stuns it there for a minute, or you can have a heal. Another ability I'd like to see maybe this Rapidash or regular Rapidash have. If you ever played League of Legends, there's a character called Hecarim, and he has a lot of abilities where he kind of like pushes people around, increases his speed, and CC's other Pokemon, crowd control, or various different effects like that. If you're familiar with the term, where you can stun them, fear them, or what have you. Maybe one of its attacks can be it increases its speed, and then literally can push the Pokemon to a wall or to the side. And if it hits a wall, stuns them. So the idea is you want to run in front of the other Pokemon, and then you want to push into them towards your team, or maybe you want to protect somebody, save someone's life, so you push them away from that teammate. A lot of versatility there. Give it a heal. Maybe, like I said, something with psychic ability where you can do the Slowbro move. I don't know. Be kind of cool. Some different ideas there. Let's go with another tank, because I have another supporting Pokemon. We'll kind of save that. We'll save that for last, because I think it might be one of the more unique Pokemon on this list. How about we go with Steelix? Another tanky Pokemon, one that I think could be really, really cool, and one that could be kind of unique. So, obviously, Steelix, Steel-type Pokemon. He's going to be a big boy. Start off as Onix, please. That'd be really cool. So I'd like to see him do maybe like he could dig underground and then dig out of underground and pop Pokemon up within a certain radius. I think that'd be cool. But one thing I definitely want to see him do is like wrap, right? Where he can literally wrap his body. I don't know how easy this would be to animate, and then you also have like the size of the hitbox and stuff of the Pokemon. Might not be very viable in doing this, but I think it'd be really cool if you can literally wrap around another Pokemon just and then keep them there, CC them while doing some damage to them. Same idea with like Slowbro's ability where he basically pops a Pokemon in the air. It's kind of similar to that in the idea that you basically just keep that Pokemon in the same spot. They can't move. There's nothing they can do about it, and they're taking some damage. And then other Pokemon can attack them while they're in this as well. I think that'd be really cool. So those are kind of some things I'd like to see from Steelix. Obviously, he's also tanky, a lot of health, a lot of defense, etc., etc. Next is the last legendary Pokemon on my list here, and this is just a personal favorite of mine. And personally, I'm surprised this Pokemon's not even in the game yet. It's probably one of the most popular Pokemon ever, and probably the most popular legendary Pokemon. So you guys could probably guess who this is. Of course, it's Mother Effin' Mewtwo. Again, another Pokemon that is a Psychic type. A lot of Psychic Pokemon, I guess, on this list. But I'd like to see Mewtwo, and maybe a little bit more quicker than like Slowbro, for example, be able to pull Pokemon towards you, push Pokemon back, do a bunch of damage. And then something interesting about Mewtwo is he does have two different Mega forms, so maybe based on your attack choices that you pick along, as you level up, can affect maybe his Unite move, which he turns into a Mega. And if you picked more defensively or something, maybe you get the X one. If you picked more offensively, you get the Y one. I don't know, just spitballing there, but I'd love to see Mewtwo. And come on, you want to make a bunch of money, you put Mewtwo in the game, and you know what the first skin you give Mewtwo, and you do this at release, you give him Armored Mewtwo. Come on, you telling me that people wouldn't buy the hell out of that? I know I would. I'd buy it day one. Come on. So that's free money for you, Pokemon. So I would definitely take that if I were you. And then finally, the last Pokemon. So I was talking with a buddy of mine who we played League of Legends again for the last like 10 years together, and his favorite characters are grab champions. He loves playing Thresh. He loves playing Blitzcrank. And those who are unfamiliar with those characters, basically the major purpose of these characters are to, from a pretty sizable distance, grab another character and then pull them to the team, right? So I was thinking, what kind of Pokemon would work for that? Now, granted, there's a lot of choices you could potentially make, like pretty much any grass Pokemon with their vines. And I was thinking along those lines. I was like, well, who would I pick to really be this Pokemon? And one Pokemon in particular came to mind, and that, of course, is Tang Growth. Probably a weird choice of a Pokemon that people would want to see, but that's why I love it so much. What if one of its attacks was it can grab you, like I said, almost like half a lane's worth of distance, like a pretty far distance, right? A skill shot, and if it hits a Pokemon, it pulls it to him, right? And then I'm thinking maybe its Unite ability, it can grab multiple Pokemon within a radius and grab them, pull them in, maybe do some sort of AoE damage. Be pretty good. And then since it's a grass Pokemon, its other, one of its other attacks, maybe one, you grab them, and then your other choice, you could put them to sleep with Sleep Powder or Poison Powder, and poison them to do some more damage. A lot of options there with Tangrowth, but I think Tangrowth could be one of the coolest and most unique Pokemon in the game. What are some other Pokemon that you can maybe grab with? I was thinking maybe Tentacruel, tentacles. Grabbing a Pokemon towards you would be a cool idea as well. Same other situation with Tentacruel. You can poison the Pokemon, maybe give it Surf or something to kind of push them away, pull them away, or whatever you want to do with them. But that's it there, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you like these Pokemon, which one of these Pokemon entice you the most, or maybe what Pokemon you'd like to see in Pokemon Unite. Maybe even give like a description. Maybe you want to see Aggron in the game and you want him to do X, Y, and Z. I don't know. Let me know. But I think this is a pretty fun list. I really could have gone on and on. And I thought about doing like a 25, but I thought, man, that's a lot. And I don't know if people really are interested in that many, because obviously there's so many Pokemon. There's like over 900. And then you also have like regional variants. Like in this case, we have Galarian Rapidash. What about normal Rapidash? You could honestly put both in the game. Same with the Alolan Ninetales. We can get regular Ninetales in the game, no problem. But I do think it'd be a cool idea to do some cross-promoting in the future with Pokemon games, right? And I think this is something that, Pokemon Go could do as well. Maybe pretty much could do more of. And they do a little bit, like when Pokemon Snap came out, they did like a Pokemon Snap event. I like that. So in this case, Diamond and Pearl come out, boom, Dialga and Palkia are ready on launch, ready to go. Or I mean, you could pick like Chimchar and Infernape, right? You can do Infernape. People would go crazy for that. But I think Dialga, Palkia too. The cover Pokemon on the games. It's right there in our face. And then do some cross promoting. If you buy this game, you get this, and if you play on this game, you get this. Would be a fantastic idea. And I think Pokemon Go should do that as well. I don't know exactly how easy it would be to do something like that. Maybe you have to use Pokemon Home as kind of a medium to kind of sort this thing out. I have no idea. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm not a coder, in gaming or anything like that. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. These are just simply ideas to put out there in the universe. And then when Legends Arceus come out, I mean, granted, they just put Arceus in the game as kind of a cross promotion. They can do one of the new, is it Hisuian? I have to get used to whatever their regional variant Pokemon are called, but you can put one of those in there. Maybe the Braviary, maybe the Growlithe and Arcanine when Arcanine is finally revealed. Hopefully it looks amazing. So there's a lot of options there for cross promotion. I think they should definitely look into. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it here. Next week, next Friday, let me look at my calendar here, is going to be September 3rd. We're going to be doing a tier list on the Mega Digimon from Digimon Cyber Sleuth. We're almost done with that game. We're really, really close to being finished. And to kind of celebrate that, we're going to do like one final tier list. If I can find a tier list with all of the Pokemon from that game all in one tier list, I might do something like that as well in the future. I don't want to make my own because I think there's 341 Digimon. That's way too long of a list. So we'll see. But for now, the plan is to do this Mega one, Mega level Digimon, and we'll go from there. So look forward to that. If you like Digimon, or if you like Digimon Cyber Sleuth, or if you just like tier list, definitely stay on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm the Maverick Daniels, bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bang!